what's Missin Curfew? It's when you kind of play guilty, but you show up.
How nice is a green light on the road, though? No practice tomorrow, no plane, just go.
Scotty Upshaw in the clear, and he scores! Right in front, scores!
A few laughs, a little bit of fun, and obviously a lot of hockey talk.
You're listening to Missin Curfew.
The lads.
Fella.
My man, what's up, fella?
Oh, not much. I got the old kits I wear on today. Wanted to feel a little more sophisticated here, eh? Plus, I can't see. I really can't see ups. It's so much better, man. I'm old, Uppy. I can't see, dude.
It's all right, Obes. I think, the best thing about Kits Eyewear is that we're all going to need them at some point. Right? And you're just ahead of the game, bud. You're making them look good. And by the way, looking across the screen from you right now, it's that blue lens. I'm sure it's really, playing a nice factor right now for you.
It's popping off, buddy. I might have to start wearing these when I fucking jerk off, maybe. Because it's really popping.
Hey, now they're not just blue light. They're eye protection now. It's eye protection.
It's like those the things you've been talking about, the metaverse. It's like it's like the metaverse is like, holy jumping, she's right there, bud.
Yeah. Let's ask Roger for a welding shield for you when you get in that when you're in that state of mind, fella.
Heads up, fella. Anyways, good to see you, buddy. Let's get right into it here. I just want to say UFC 298. I will be going Saturday night with Billy Quinn. I cannot wait. Anytime there's fights at Honda Center, listen, I went last time. Loops took me. It was Cormier versus Miocic. Diaz fought. I'm excited up, dog. Unbelievable card. Volkanovski versus Topuria. If I think that's how you say it. Yeah,
good luck.
Topuria, who's an absolute killer. And then Whitaker versus Paulo Costa, who actually Costa fought last time I was there. He fought Romano. I'm fired up, dog. I love UFC fights when they're live. I wanted to get there this week, and I was going to try to shoot some content for DK and Missin Curfew, but I'm still kind of recovering from the fellow tour, so I'm not going to be able to do that. But I know you love it, MSG. I'm going to miss you, but I'm just fired up to watch some fights live with my boy Billy. Billy loves it. Billy absolutely loves it.
Yeah, you guys got a nice little couple of weeks ahead of yourself. I think you're clipping this one and then maybe headed down south under the border, bar Mexico, to try to see another one. But you got to... Maybe for our listeners, you got a favorite or what? What do you got? Who's going these ones this week?
It's great. Listen, Volkanovski right now is, I think, at minus 125. It's a great fight. This guy's undefeated. He's up and coming. Whitaker at minus 225 against Costa. That one to me, I love Whitaker, but that one to me seems like a big line the other way. I think for a good value bet, Costa might be a good bet there. And then I think the lock of the night is that Ian Gary. Ian Gary's fighting Jeff Neal, who actually trains with Billy's trainer at Fortis MMA in Dallas. So, sorry, BQ, but this Ian Gary this Irish guy. The only bad thing about this guy is he took his wife's last name. His name is Ian Gary something else now. Yeah, he took his wife's last name. Stand by.
For our boys out there who know what Gary is, I'm cheering for that guy. Hey, hey, but by the way, is there any of these guys that are just like the gladiator, like make it to the fifth round? I like betting on these fights to go the distance. I think that's always just like an exciting way to bet when you don't really know if the guys are like, is there knockout power in these guys coming up?
There is. So, but listen, that's a great point by you. Here, hold on a sec. I got this going right here. Listen, Costa has big time knockout power, but Robert Whitaker is an absolute killer. He's been the middleweight champ. I could see that one going 3 rounds. Ian Machota Gary. So sorry, he took his wife's middle name.
Machota.
Ian Machota Gary. Listen, pull this guy up. He's the whitest Irish guy you've ever seen. And his name is Ian Machado Gary. Updog, I think that could be a knockout. He's minus 245. It's just a great card, man. It's just an absolutely great card. And I do think that the featherweight belt could go 5. I think if Topuria is going to win, he's going to have to knock out Volkanovski. And the only thing I'm worried about Volk is he just got knocked out by Islam. He's coming back off a knockout. He's 35 years old. You know what I mean? Like, as great as he is, this kid's hungry. And I wanted to touch on this. This kid, Topuria, he's been wearing the UFC belt around everywhere. Like in the photos and shit, he's already wearing it. Volkanovski saw him. He's like, "What are you doing, man?" He's like, "I don't care." And they're like, "Usually people don't touch that." He's like, "I don't care. I'm not most people." So is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I mean, it's like carrying the cup around. I mean, I think you got to enjoy it, but at some point you got to lay it down and go, it's there to get earned again.
Yeah.
It's not mine. Now she's up for grabs. I'm only one punch away from losing this damn thing. So
it's like all young guys now. Ups, they're all cocky fuckers, aren't they? Like they're all so cocky.
By the way, enjoy that. This is in your backyard, Honda Center. You should enjoy that. Take the Sprint Daddy up there, the Fella Tour Sprint Daddy. You're just going to be having a time.
Dude, Loomis texted me. Shout out to Chris Loomis, who's a beauty at the Ducks. He's doing great things with the alumni and great things with the Impact Club. I missed his text on the Fella Tour at Dinker. I was getting drunk with you somewhere. Remember when you went on your rant about Honda Center parking?
Sure did.
He texted me.
And for damn right, so I had to.
He texted me. He's like, hey, next time Uppy wants to go to a game, just make sure he texts me and I'll take care of him. We can park underneath. I text back, fuck Uppy. He never played for the Ducks. He can walk in. I go, make him park in Carl's Jr. parking lot. He can walk in from there. But so
it would have been closer, probably Carl's Jr. parking lot to where I had to park, bro.
So listen, you got your own platform, and what it's got you is underground parking at Ducks games. So you're taken care of, fella. That's what
Thanks, Lumi. Appreciate it, fella.
Moving on to some golf here. The Genesis Invitational Tigers tourney. He's back. He's wearing the Sunday red. He's looking as jacked as he ever. I took Rory McIlroy on DraftKings Baby at plus 800 to win. I also took Justin Thomas at plus 1,600. He got a hole-in-one yesterday, up dog, on the Pro-Am with the guy from Discovery, Jesse. What's his name? The guy that does the rapping.
Yeah, Kelly James. Kelly James. He's an unreal dude. So what did he say? What did Kelly say? This is an incredible stat.
Yeah, so Kelly James, who is like a singer that raps on the first tee box. If like guys come up, he'd be like, hey, Upshaw, played in the NHL, couldn't make a pass. Now you got kids. Or like he's unbelievably sick like that, right? Yeah.
He is, listen, he's incredible. He spits for, at a member guest, Obi, he'll fucking have something on all 180 players that come through. He'll know what school you went to. He'll know if you got, like, dumped by your girlfriend. He knows if we fucking turned pucks over and went back in our own net. Yeah. Listen, guy's a stud. So, and he's seen a lot of par 3 shots. So are you telling me this is the first one he's ever seen go in?
He said he's seen over 35,000 shots in par 3s when he's up there rapping, being a beauty. He said that's first hole in one he's ever seen. And his celebration was great. He's like, fire up the bird. We're going to Vegas. And then Justin Thomas was like, yeah, sorry, Tiger. I can't play this week now. I'm out of here. I'm heading to Vegas. So it was unbelievable. I had Thomas in the waste management. He's sniffing ups. I like him at plus 1,600. Is there anyone that you want to maybe tickle there, fella?
Yeah, buddy. Listen, we're cheating right now. I got this up right now. I'm sitting here in Noah's platform right now with my boy Marty. Bo Hosler, bud. The little Big Canyon guy. California kid. He's -3 right now. He's 275 for a top 10 pick. That's not bad. I'm cheating right now. But my guy is Keegan Bradley for a top 5 pick. Keeks took the weekend off at the Waste Management Open. He's back at it on the West Coast. The top 5 pick is plus 750 on DraftKings right now. You got to expect the good Boston kids enjoying LA right now and all that it has to offer. And I just think when it comes to playing like around Tiger, Keegan's a guy that likes to step it up. You know, he wears his Air Jordans, and it means a lot. He comes around and he steps up in the spotlight. So he's my pick for a top 5 pick. Good
DraftKings guy too. Rainmakers. Keegan Bradley, Rainmakers, sponsored by DraftKings. Way to keep it in the company, fella. I like that about you. Hey, listen, Riviera looks beautiful. Every time I turn it on, I just hope that I'm going to hear K-Wash like screaming from his patio or something, right? But I think I saw him he was on a heli ski trip or something. But Riviera looks pure, man. It looks like this morning I was watching it when I got to the pool. It's just pure ups.
Let me ask you this, Obes, because you're sitting in the West Coast there. What's the weather going to be like all weekend there? Is it going to get a little wet? Are these boys in for one?
It's beautiful till Monday. We got rain coming.
Oh, perfect. That's
Monday,
good.
Tuesday,
the PJ
Wednesday.
needs a good weekend of some good weather and some good TV because, buddy, that watching last Sunday, that Waste Management Open was something.
Yeah, the Riv looks awesome. I can't wait. When we're done here, I'm going back home to watch. Tiger, anytime he tees it up now, it's unbelievable. It's must-see TV, even though he's not the same guy as we all know. It's just seeing greatness out there. You know what I mean? I can't wait to go and watch him take on Riviera.
Absolutely, brother. No, it's the best. One of the best tournaments going.
We'll be right back. Come on, Justin Thomas and Rory. We'll be right back at Missin Curfew. Welcome back to Missin Curfew. Up dog, it's milk carton time. I actually wanted to fire this on the milk carton on our Wednesday show, but we had so much to cover with the fellow tour, and we were giving out Labatt Blues, and we just had a lot on the agenda. Listen, we talk about tributes, these guys going back to teams. Pierre Engvall, are you kidding me with a tribute in Toronto? Listen, the kid got an 8-year deal on the island. Maybe Lou knows something. I don't know. But all they did when he was there was make the first round and lose. That's all they ever did. They were known as couldn't get past the first round. And in my opinion, this guy was one of the reasons why they couldn't get past the first round. He's soft. He didn't bring it come playoff time. I mean, I hate his skating stride. So for this guy to get a Jumbotron tribute, a video tribute, Updog, when he goes back to Toronto, 83 points in 4 seasons. 83 points. That's on the milk carton. Come on, man. Enough with these videos, Updog. Pierre Engvall, that's Milk Carton City.
How many video tributes have you had in your day, bud? You were a fan favorite. How many teams? 7 teams. You battled your ass off. You fought everyone. You fought tough guys. You fought Bugard. How many video tributes did you get?
0.
Me too. Fucking fan favorites. What a fucking joke. For me, he's a clock killer. He's soft. Terrible style, as you said. And just for it to be in Toronto, the mecca of hockey, you put Wendell Clark's and Doug Gilmore's and Matt Sundin's on the Jumbotron there. You do not put Engvall. I don't even the fact that he got an 8-year ticket's beyond me. The only thing that makes me think of is Puljujärvi going to get a video tribute back in Edmonton when he skates up there? Because if so, we're going fellow tour there. We're bringing the horns, the sirens, and as soon as it goes up on the Jumbotron, bud, we're going to just absolutely let him have it. We have to, because it's a joke. You can't be just firing video. That's an honorary thing. It's like naming a golf tournament after you or something. It's truly a special thing and an honor. Whether you won a cup, a Hart Trophy, a Vezina Trophy, you're a Hall of Fame player, soon to be. Can't just be given.
How about win a playoff round? Was he on the team when they beat? Was he on the team when they beat Tampa? I don't think he was. No.
It's a joke, and I got to be honest, I'm a little fired up because I'm drinking my boy Dan's Ghost Energy right now, and it's just driving me nuts. The fact that this kid was talked about on Twitter, I'm glad he kind of got blown up on Twitter about this. He can't be doing that, but it's all on the Leafs. He's not the one asking for it. It's on the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah, that's
Let's
true.
Go.
That's true. It's on the organizations. And listen, if Puljujärvi gets a tribute video in Edmonton, it will be the shortest tribute video in the history of tribute videos. I mean, what are you going to show? All the shows him getting drafted, and it stopped there. Like, just put his jersey on, and then cut it. All right, like, hey, welcome back, buddy. Welcome back. Uppy, listen, somebody told me that Jonathan Quick doesn't even want a tribute video when he goes back to LA. And you know what? I love Quickie for so many reasons, and that's just another reason that he doesn't even want it. Probably because he's sour that they traded him. And by the way, could LA not use Jonathan Quick between the pipes right now? Like, why they ever got rid of him? I know he was struggling last year, and then they traded him to Vegas, but what he's doing in New York's unbelievable. Uncle with these tribute videos, man. We don't need it. No one cares. All you're going to do is give me and Uppy ammo to come on here and absolutely rip guys. I'm with you. Enough. Unless you won a cup or you're a Hall of Famer, an all-star, or you did unbelievable stuff in the community, we don't need a fucking tribute video. We need to get the games going. Let's go. Get it over with.
Get them going. I hear you, bud.
And
well said.
Last but not least, on the milk carton, we touched on Morgan Riley. 5 games is too much. Way too much. Listen, the kid wasn't hurt. You got to take that into consideration. I think it should have been maybe 1 or 2 games. If listen, I didn't think he should have cross-checked him. We talked about what we thought he should have done, but he didn't knock his teeth out. He didn't break his nose. He didn't do anything. So to me, Updog, Milk Carton City, 5 games is too much for Morgan Riley.
Yeah, no, and the appeal. Hopefully, the appeal comes into factor. It's like you said, it needs to be an injury take place. You ask everyone around the league, old school, new school, did they have an issue with the slap shot? Not really. Did they have an issue just with the high cross check? Yes, but it's not 5 games. Let's be honest. Let these kids play. You're taking money away from these guys. You're taking star players out of the game. He's showing emotion. Would I like him to do it in the first period of a game? Sure. Would I like him to initiate maybe some physical play like that? That'd be incredible. With the Leafs like that, Leafs fans, hell yeah. But listen, let's take it as a grain of salt. He knows he knows he made a mistake. Move on. Let's play some fucking hockey.
Yeah, totally. You know what? I saw Brady on the Chicklets cast on social media today, and like, it's good. This is why it's good for players to come on and give their opinion on what they think, right? Because Brady said this really great guy. He said that's just the type of kid he is. He's like, we were laughing on the bench because we thought it was hilarious. And he's a great guy. So maybe he's just out to lunch a little bit. He's a young kid. He doesn't know any better. He thought, fuck, I'm going to rip this through the net, and I'm going to go get drunk in Ottawa tonight with the boys. But for Brady to come on and say that makes me realize, changes my opinion on this kid. Before, I thought this kid was probably some cocky little rookie that needed to get his nose beat off. Maybe he just doesn't know any better. And for Brady to come on Uppy and say that, that's why these platforms that we have nowadays for these guys, use them. And Brady and Matty are great at it. And now, for me, I have a different opinion on this kid.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think it's like doing dumb shit right on the ice. Like you laugh at all the clips you see Princey put up of me. I laugh at all the shit you used to do on the ice. I mean, buddy, you're supposed to have fun out there. And I mean, look at what it was our guy from Dallas that missed that empty netter and then Stoli Babe threw it up to Hemsky for the
Patrick Stefan.
I mean, imagine he did that. Imagine he tried to laxy daisy that puck into the net and he missed it, and then they come back and tie the game. Fucking bury it. Go for it. Have fun.
That's a good point.
Just don't miss the fucking net, all right?
Just don't backhand sauce it wide, and then they come the other way. That'd be all fun.
I'd like to see him like do it. Like, what would have been worse? Like maybe a deke between his legs and then try to roof one like that. I would have buried the guy from behind into the boards had he done that.
That would have been worse. He should have just come in, took a little wrister though. Just buckets, like just a nice little saucer in there. Sauce it in there. You don't need to tickle the rafters at Canadian Tire Center, whatever it's called there in Ottawa. But that was the milk carton up, dog. Morgan, get back soon, fella. You're good for the game. The Missin Curfew. Dog of the week. Fuck, we've had two.
Dog of the week.
We've had 2 dog of the weeks. Usually we only give out 1, but I had to give this guy some love. I'm watching Canucks, Blackhawks. I got the Canucks at minus 275 on the road, which I thought honestly was a bad line. I thought it was going to be something like minus 350 against the Bedardless Blackhawks. Dakota Joshua, he has a Gordie Howe hat trick. He's got 26 points in 53 games. I love this kid. And I knew as soon as Rick Tocchet went in there that he would flourish even more because Talks rewards him. Rewards him with more ice time, gives him a bigger role because he plays the right way. He hits, he fights. He's an old school guy up, dog. And as far as the Canucks can go, Dakota Joshua is going to be a big part, Uppy, and that's why he's our dog of the week, fella.
Yeah, just to add on that, Obi, when teams are good, and the Vancouver Canucks are exactly that right now, you have everyone chip in, and a guy like him, the coach knows that at some points my top dogs are going to have nights off, and a guy like Dakota is a guy that steps in and he plays hard, and if you know, just look if you know Pettersson or JT Miller's having an off night, and they see what this dog's doing, they don't mind fucking sitting on the bench when this guy's carrying the weight. And then Talk doesn't mind putting him out there late in games for that empty netter to maybe get that hat trick cookie or, you know what I mean? Like it's just giving back. Having good coaches realize those situations is what makes good teams have chemistry and everyone kind of like cheering for each other, right? You're not just like, these top dogs had a tough night, but still like we're down a goal, put them out there so they get their cookies. Fuck that. Go with the character guys. Go with the guys, give them some confidence because late in the season, those guys are going to be searching for confidence like that. And just like the Edmonton Oilers, you need secondary scoring. You need these guys to contribute come late in the playoffs or you fucking fall short. So I love that. I love what Talks is doing there. And that's our dog of the week, fella.
Hey, by the way, Lindholm looks great in the Canucks uniform. And by the way, rumor mill, Phil Kessel skated in Abbotsford. He had a mixed bag. He had the Vegas Golden Knights bucket on, some gloves from, I don't know, looked like Team USA, and Canucks pants on. But listen, I know Talks loves Phil Kessel. They've won the Cups together in Pittsburgh. If you talk about Vancouver, Uppy, the one thing is they don't have any playoff experience at all in that dressing room, right? If you could bring Phil in, he's great in the room. We saw what he did last year in Vegas. I think it's a no-brainer for these guys. We'll see what kind of condition he's in, but I think it's a low-risk, high-reward play for them, eh?
Hell yeah. It's just like bringing you or me or fucking, any of the glue guys in, eh? Just stick them in the dressing room. Fuck, you're getting dog days, boys. It's game 50. It's tough. It's tough getting out every night. Fucking sun's not still coming out till 4:30. It's 4:30, 5 o'clock. She's fucking dark. You need energy. Feel the thrill. Put him in there. Lace him up. Fuck, would that be funny watching him skate around?
Oh, it would be great.
I think we all deserve to see him still out there.
Yeah, I think it would be good for the Canucks, and it'd be good for just to hear his interviews when he first came back. And that media in Vancouver, if he does start playing, it would be good content with that. So up
And
dog.
by the way, Obi, sorry, let me cut you off one more time. Does he not have 900 and some points? Like 992 fucking points? Let's get him to 1,000.
Yeah, he's sniffing.
He's right there. He's sniffing. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer.
I agree. Good point by you. Let's get Phil to 1,000 points here. Get this guy Labatt Blue Up Dog, sponsored by our good friends at Labatt's, fella.
Presented by Labatt Blue Light, the pristine Pilsner. Enjoy your beers together, boys, so you can live life to the power of we. Always enjoy responsibly. Labatt Blue, Buffalo, New York.
Up dog, get this guy Labatt Blue. 1,000 games. Fuck, everyone's getting 1,000 games nowadays besides me and you.
Except us.
Brad Marchand, 1,000 games. And listen, a lot of these guys that get 1,000 games, some of them, I'm like, yeah, 1,000 games. You know, how many of these 1,000 games did that guy play hard? Well, this fucking guy played all 1,000 of them as hard as you can. Like him, love him, hate him, want to kill him. Didn't love when he was licking guys' faces back in the day, but he's cleaned that up. COVID scared him off of that. But listen, this guy, Uppy, he's now the captain of the Boston Bruins. He plays the right way. I would love to have him on my team. I mean, what can you say about this guy? But congrats to him on 1,000 games, Uppy. The right way. Get this guy Labatt Blue.
Yeah, absolutely, Obi. Just to follow that up, anyone who's ever played with this kid loves him, wears his heart on his sleeve. What an honor to wear the C for the Boston Bruins. And I remember him coming in the league, just being this little fiery fucking guy. Played hard every night, whether it's fucking at home, on the road, you got the same out of him. So congrats to him on 1,000 games. Well deserved.
And I guarantee he doesn't mind Labatt Blue either, by the way. He doesn't mind banging them down. I guarantee he doesn't.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, exactly.
Who doesn't? And I'll tell you who deserves a nice Labatt Blue Light right here. Connor McDavid. 6 points, 6 apples versus the Wings the other night. You know what's crazy? 6 assists, even strength. He's +6. Third player since 1996. A lot of sixes to get 6 apples. And by the way, only Gretzky, Lemieux, and Orr got there faster to 600 points. Connor McDavid just did it in 1,616 games, boys. It's impressive. Listen, crystal ball out, Obi. Do you see this guy winning the Art Ross? He's got 33 games left, and he's 13 points behind Nikita Kucherov. Does he do it? If you're asking me, I think he does, fella.
Fucking sixes are wild. Up dog. There's a lot of sixes.
Sixes are wild. I took a double. Yeah, sixes.
Yeah.
It looks like your scorecard out
Yeah,
there, fella.
no kidding. Give me a 6. I had a 6 there, boys. Fuck. Hey, grab me a dog at the turn, too. Listen, McDavid right now, and shout out to Louis DeBrusque. I was watching the game the other night. They call it a great game. And
Great game.
He had 5 apples, and there was about 6 minutes left in the game, and Louis goes, I don't think he's done just yet. And I said, Louis, he's got 5 apples. Sure enough, next shift comes in. McDavid spinorama, back cheese to whoever, tap in for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. I'm going to say he doesn't catch my boy Nathan McKinnon because I took Nate to win the Hart. And for him to win the Hart, I do believe he's going to win the Art Ross as well. What'd you say? He's 13 points back?
33 games left. He's 13 points back. Only Kucherov and McKinnon are ahead of him.
Well, if he keeps getting 6 points a fucking night, he's going to catch him. But I do believe that Nate McKinnon has been the most consistent player. Kucherov's been great too. But I'm just leaning for Nate. With Landeskog being out all year again, the race is on, Ups. The race is on. If anyone can do it, it's McJesus up there. But for my wallet, I hope he doesn't. Sticking with the Avs, I wanted to give some love to Terry Letkinen. Came back from a broken neck. I mean, I was watching the game when he went in there. Scary, scary stuff. 4 points against the Washington Capitals the other night, which made me some money. But listen, this kid is very important to this hockey club. I don't know what's going on with Landeskog. I hope he's back for playoffs, but he probably won't be. They need this Lekkinen to be a big-time player, which he is. So get that guy Labatt Blue because he's back and he's absolutely humming. And then last but not least, Matty Tkachuk, a guy who I know loves Labatt Blues. People at the start of the year. And shout out to Paul Maurice because Paul Maurice stuck up for him about 25 games into the season when Chucky wasn't going. The guy was injured all summer. He had his goddamn arm in a sling. I said to people on social media, give this kid time. Don't worry. He's going to be there. The Panthers are playing good without him scoring. Well, now he's on fire. He's got 59 points in 53 games. Get this guy Labatt Blue. Matty Tkachuk, the Florida Panthers up, dog. I put some money on him again last night to win the Eastern Conference at plus 500. They're humming, and Matty is just getting going.
You're absolutely right. You talk about injuries, buddy. I was with him at the NHL Awards last year in Nashville, and this is the beginning of July, right? He just gets off his run. Buddy, he couldn't even put the Labatt Blue Light in his goddamn hand. He had the sling on. but he still was slinging them back. But this guy fucking, his SC joint breaks his sternum, comes back. Of course he's going to have a slow start.
I know.
All those guys, Montour, they're all, it took him a little bit to get back. But to your offense, Obi, you picked these guys late, mid to last season. You were like, heads up for these guys. You bet Jackie a bottle of Camus on it.
Actually,
they
still
pulled through for you. Paul Maurice knows how to get these guys going. And then you know what it's like, getting off that bird, jumping in the nice car, eh? Fucking everyone's freezing their balls off. Florida Panthers, heads up. They got that new practice rink. All the boys are showing up in their golf cart. These guys are ready to fucking rock and roll. And it's this time of year where they're all getting healthy again and they're all getting excited to play. And watching them last night, I mean, they manhandled the Pittsburgh Penguins. Yeah. It was a shit show. I mean, they could have scored fucking 10 goals if they wanted to. But I like the way they're playing. It's a good bet by you, good future bet. And, they'll be a fun team to watch down the stretch. They play physical, hard, and they can fucking score.
Yeah. I took about the start of the year to win the Stanley Cup just because I love Chucky, too. And I got to be honest, deep down, I probably didn't believe it in my gut because I thought they were going to get off to a worse start than they did. And I knew Chucky was coming off an injury. They're better. Their fourth line's better. Their back end's better. Bobrovsky is playing like he did in the playoffs right now. And my boy Brandon Montour, back up the Brinks truck. They're going to be back. They're going to be backing it up to Monty's place this year on July 1. I hope he stays in Florida because I think it's a great fit for him. But also, you got to fucking get paid when you can, and they're going to back up the Brinks truck for him. And I love about Chucky last night at TNT. He's like, first period, we didn't even care if there's a puck out there. We just went out there and tried to be physical and get on them. I'm like, I almost started crying up. I was like, oh, it's just hockey, right? Physicality.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And just to follow that up, they're going to have to call my boy Jesse from Heavy Metals up in Edmonton to get a dump truck, one of his big fucking dump trucks, because Sam Reinhart's going to pull some fucking cash in too. Yeah. Between those two boys, they might fucking steal the whole fucking thunder of the NHL this summer. And by rights, they deserve to. I mean, Sam Reinhart, 39 goals, second in the league in scoring right now for goals, chasing fucking Austin Matthews. It's impressive. So between those two guys, man, and no taxes in Florida, heads up. They'll be spending it. They'll be spending it.
I don't know if Monty's going to reach out to me for advice, but if he does, I'd say take a little less, fella, to stay right where you are. Stay right where you are with that nice golf cart with Chucky and the boys. Don't be going somewhere where they got such a good thing going down there. But it's hard when you hear that beep beep beep, the Brinks truck backing up. It's hard to wave it off. It's hard to wave it off. So, Updog, that was great. Get these boys in the bat. Blue. Oh, big news here at Missin Curfew. On this day, I'll let you take it from here. On this day in 2007, fella.
Oh, it was a sad day, fella. It was a sad day. 2007, I got a call in St. Louis. I was out for dinner with the boys. I got fucking traded. The only thing I said to the guys, I said, well, where to? You guys figured it out before me. Where am I going? They said, Philadelphia. I was like, fuck. And I go, for who? They go, Forsberg. I go, well, that's fucking cool. I go, have fun with that guy. He's one of my favorite players growing up. But the coolest thing about this day, Obes, was my friends at the Tin Roof, Bizzle, Wes, Little Rach. I had a ton of good friends at the fucking bar, the Tin Roof in Nashville. They all had me in that afternoon. They had a fucking big sign that said, from this day forward, February 15th will forever be known as Scotty Upshall Day. So shout out to them. And then Princey did a fucking great clip on Missin Curfew on our social today. I laughed. I think you laughed too, but listen, sad day, but I tip my cap because had I never got traded to Philly, Obes, I would have never became the updog that I was. Philly was a fucking great place to play, and I met a lot of fucking beauties there. I got to play with my boy Lupul, and then Richie, Hearts, like fucking good dudes there. So
all beauty.
I had a blast, but it's always a touching day after Valentine's Day, my friend, for me.
Let me ask you this. How fucking old did David Poyle think Forsberg was? Look at what he gave up for him. Upshall, Parent, a first-rounder and a third-rounder. Forsberg had one ankle then, didn't he? Like, what? I mean.
He sure did. I'd like you to just keep it to just me. I just like to say you got traded for the updog. Hey, make it sound a little better. Don't say all the mixed bag of peas that we threw in there.
Well, you were the headliner as it comes to National Leaguers. I got traded for Ryan Parent, too, when I got traded to Nashville, I think. I'm just saying, listen, I love Peter Forsberg and he's a legend, but I'm saying the Philadelphia Flyers won that trade fucking hands down. It's not even close. Sorry, Dave. I hate to tell you, but that's, I mean, look at you had 64 points you had in 134 games, and you had 7 points in 17 playoff games. That's more than Forsberg had for the Predators. I guarantee you that. I guarantee.
And I'll tell you what. I'll tell you why they won that trade. It was because that summer they traded They traded the first-round pick back to Nashville for fucking Scott Hartnell and Kimmo Timonen, which we both signed long-term deals. And those guys became franchise players, both fucking Hall of Famers in their own fucking right. And that trade goes down as one of Paul Holmgren's, I think, ultimate trades for the Philadelphia Flyers.
100%. So happy Scotty Upshall Day. If I was in Nashville, I'd go to Tin Roof right now and just get pinned for you. But DraftKings, baby, up dog.
Lock of the night, presented by DraftKings. Stay tuned because you'll hear more about DraftKings and all it has to offer throughout the show. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Fella. First of all, with Top Titty, it is back this week. The DK team took it off last week because it was Super Bowl week, which is understood. So Top Titty's back. Get in there. $1,000 American dollars up for grabs. First place gets a sick tea, buttery tea, and a nice Missin Curfew hat. Lock of the night, up dog. Listen, I've lost 3 straight. I've lost 3 fucking straight. I'm 8-5. You lost last week as well. Your first loss in forever. You are 8-3. I'm going first, fella, because I've lost 3 straight. Sorry, I'm taking the Toronto Maple Leafs at home against the fucking Anaheim Ducks. It's going to be minus 400 or something. I don't care. I need a win. I'm taking the Buds.
I love it, buddy. I love it. Listen, my lock is a team that lately I've been watching these guys play. They play hard. Their power play's clicking. And heads up if they get in the playoffs. The Minnesota Wild at home, Saturday night versus the Buffalo Sabres. Expect them to fucking just pour it on. The lock of the night, fellas. Expect the unexpected from the Minnesota Wild.
Listen, the Minnesota Wild, not the sexiest brand of hockey, but if they get in, I mean, they're grindy. They play a grindy brand. So, up dog, that's unbelievable. We got unbelievable guests coming up right now. We got the Heat Daddy and the Swish live from the Sportsbook at TPC Scottsdale. Fellas, enjoy this one. These guys are absolute beauties. Up dog, my man. The fella tour continues, and there's no bigger 2 beauty fellas in the league right now than the Heat Daddy and our boy Jordan Schmaltz from Hockey Night in Scottsdale and Heat Daddy from Wet Jeans. Fellas, first of all, big fan. Thanks for joining us. I mean, that outfit is next level, and everything you do is next level. So thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having us. This is unbelievable. Great setup in here. I already saw a couple chicks I'm going to DM later, so they're probably not going to answer. But, yeah, thanks for having us, boys.
How are the DMs going nowadays? Because, listen, all mine are just dudes that listen to Mr. Curfew, which I love you boys, but it's a little different than when I was in the National, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, for sure. You know what? It goes by country. Canada, amazing. The chicks are just so horny. To quote Will Ferrell, it's almost unfair. So when I'm in Canada, it's awesome. States, not so much. A lot of dudes. But that's all right, you know. That's it's going good.
Is that what brought you guys up to Calgary and launched your little your Stampede tour there in Calgary at the Cowboys?
Yeah.
By the way, how was the event in Cowboys? Princey said it was rock star. But was it the babes that brought you up there, or was it the
That's why I make the list, because he just jumped to number 10 on the list.
1 to 10, eh? Throw it right out the book,
about
eh?
Canadian chicks here, eh? That's why we go over the rundown what he's going to talk about.
I mean, you always do your pre-scout as a good man, especially an unrestricted free agent off the ice. You know that, Updog, right? So we kind of had that, banked with a bottle service girl from back in the day, being a healthy scratch with you with the St. Louis Blues. So a nice girl, good set of jammers. We were able to come to kind of a conclusion of a deal that worked for both sides. And, yeah, I mean, it's always enticing when you can walk in there, Canadian women, draft beer like a kokanee, and just kind of entertain people, and especially the good people of Western Canada.
Do you guys automatically get a passport when you come up there? Like, I feel like you guys are inaugural, both Canadians now.
Yeah, I think we should be at least duels, right? I mean, come on. We throw both. Fuck hard to throw both. What are you talking about? Come on now.
I don't know if you want to be I don't know if you want a Canadian passport right now, boys. I'd maybe just sit tight.
Yeah,
like see how she plays out a little bit.
Just keep it up the wall, USA, baby.
But seriously, now the Updog got us the Cowboys. You guys had a great turnout. Princey, our social guy, was there. The boys up there were loving you. How was that live show? Because we haven't really done a live show yet. We're starting to think about maybe doing it at the Rocks. You guys are invited for the playoffs.
Gosh, how the hell are you?
How are those live shows? You guys seem like it's natural.
They're fucking unbelievable, those. I mean, it's the same high that I got with a little bit of playing hockey, right?
Playing on the power play.
Playing on the power play, you're up there at the top of the key. You're pumpernickeling it. You're at the, you're looking over your options. You're kind of scouting out the crowd. Maybe they don't want to hear much about your hockey talk. Maybe they want your one-liners about a nice set of tits or whatever you're talking about. So for me and the Heat Daddy, it's basically improv comedy with a little hockey talk sprinkled in, and man, there's no better feeling. We've only done 3 shows, so far, but it's been a blast, and you could touch on it too, brother.
No, yeah, it's good. Yeah, thanks, buddy.
I tell you, that's a little D-to-D there, buddy.
Yeah, I'll slide that tape to tape over there for you, fella.
I'm not going to lie, a little bit nerve-wracking at first. I've never performed in front of anybody or been on, like, a stage. Besides in my parents' divorce court, I was on the stand, so there was a bit of people I had to perform for there. I was lying on behalf of my dad. That's a whole other different story. But anyway, once you get up there, you kind of like you see the crowd enjoying it, and it just changes things. Like, you see how much people like it, and it gives you that confidence to keep running your mouth. But yeah, it's been great. The crowd is up there, unbelievable. They were so rowdy. A guy had one arm.
The one-arm bandit.
I saw that. He embraced it.
I was calling him the one-arm bandit. Yeah.
What hand does he jerk off with, I think?
I think
probably the one.
He only
depends what he's. I mean, one day he probably tries with the.
He only throws right, but you should have seen this jab he had with that thing. I mean, it was coming over the top. Like, if you wouldn't want to fight that guy.
Wasn't he doing some singing or something too?
Yeah, he was singing a little Randy Houser. Let me show you how country feels. Yeah. So I mean, he's a guy that was front row and center, rocking out like a Leonard Skinner concert, just 3 sheets to the wind.
Yeah, but talk to me about the pregame, because I saw a video on your social where this guy came out and looked like a straight-up WWE superstar. Like, he just came out, he had that look on his face. You were coming out. Talk about getting pumped. How many drinks before? Was there a pregame? You seem like you might be the raw guy. How did it go before you guys went out there to snap it around?
I like to set the mood, Obes, with a lot of old-school tunes. It's kind of AC/DC, CCR. Let's get the boys, dialed in. Let's get us engaged. Princey can attest to this. We had the tunes going. Drinks, Obes, I honestly kind of overshot it that night. I was a little drunker than I wanted to be up there. I probably had 4 to 6 triples of a little tequila, and that's straight 87 unleaded, as you know, just pure gasoline. Yeah. So I was going up there a little more sautéed than I would have liked to have been. But you know what? I found the pocket. And once we found the pocket, Gooch, I mean, you were walking out of it like a prize fighter. I was kind of, on your tail end. Let's go, fellas. Let's go, kind of like the raw guy in the room.
It was crazy. We had a green room, which I didn't know we were getting. And then in the green room, there was a couple of bottle girls. And, like, you're just staring at these absolute just balconies. And, like, it kind of gets you like, I need a drink. Shout out to Cowboys. Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, same boat, a little bit too drunk, but that's kind of, everything for me. So, but, yeah, it went good. Kind of just get loose and let it rip, yeah.
Ever tell you my Cowboy girl story about Seldom?
No.
So we go out first period. The Flames were shit that year. So we go in the first period. We get up 2 Cobb right away. So it's the first or second TV timeout. And it was retro jersey night. This girl in a Theo Fleury jersey on. Blonde, big hammers, ice girl. It's getting the Cowboys then. So I go over to the TV timeout and I say, hey, you going to Cowboys later tonight? She said, yeah, I'll meet you there. So I come back and AV's like, oh, we keep your fucking head in the game. And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, coach. Sure enough, fucking the game gets 2. We're down 4-2 heading into the third. I'm like, if the Twinks don't do something special here, not only am I not going to, get to meet up with Theo Fleury after the game, I'm going to be in trouble. Like, maybe sitting out next game. Sedin's 2-1 each in the third, beat them 5-3 with an empty netter. Yeah. I'll put that staff up with, besides maybe here, Old Town. Yep. The staff at Cowboys is legit.
Yeah, no, definitely. They're nice. They're fun. Great pH balances. They're unbelievable. So shout out to Cowboys.
We're drinking alkaline water up there.
Yeah, I don't know what's in the water. I don't know what
Fiji water.
I mean, we went full Happy Gilmore and signed a pair of tits. It was unbelievable.
Oh, you guys, I mean,
you know what I mean? It was great. And actually, one girl that came down from Edmonton, God bless her heart, she's like, "Can you sign my tits?" I'm like, yeah, do you have a Sharpie? She's like, that's what you're for. I'm like, I don't know. So maybe now I have to start carrying a Sharpie because 100%. I didn't know it was kind of like that up there, Obes.
Yeah, well, fuck, you're moving the needle, fella. So let's go back. I got
you're moving the pen.
You're moving the Sharpie pen, bud.
I like how you have notes and there's a couple guys talking about pussy.
Yeah. These notes are just to get us back on track, but not that we need to. But I want to go back, Schmaltz, to you played with the Up Dog.
Yep.
I didn't even know this till Uppy told me in Toronto, and then you came out with that video that you guys did. Talk about your short time or your time with the Up Dog.
Yeah, what do you got? What do you remember, bud?
The Up Dog, he was unbelievable.
Such a long time
it was 6-7 years ago. I just remember, Obes, with my cup of Joe there, I was always like a 7th defenseman. So I was probably on roster for, I don't know, more or less 100 games, played 42-odd games, all being with the Up Dog. But I just remember my second year pro when I got the call up from the jungle over from the Chicago Wolves, and I got called up in the first road trip.
Not a bad place to play in the jungle.
No, not too bad. I mean, you got Hefe down low in River North over there. Yeah. But going back to my first call up over here, I get called up. My first call up is right here in Arizona. So we go over to the Gila River. Used to stay at that Renaissance right over there, and it was going to be a go night after the game. We were staying in the desert for like 3 or 4 days after, just because we had a time in between the road trips. And somehow this guy, Up Dog, convinces Doug Armstrong, the GM, he tells them to say, okay, if we win this game tonight, and I'm hearing this like all in the locker room, like through the boys of the grapevine, like Updog wasn't wearing a leather, but he was the player's captain. So I'm hearing this through the grapevine. Updog's like, if we win this game tonight, boys, bring a change of clothes to your kids to the rink, because I got a party bus picking us up on the loading dock of the bus ramp. And if we win this game, you're going to change into your go night clothes. You're going to leave all your suit, your half wins. You're going to leave that for the trainers. They'll pick it up, bring it back to the hotel, and we're going to go right to Sushi Roku. And Updog had the whole spread at Sushi Roku right at the W there. We had it. We dusted it off. We, spicy tuna, crispy rice. We had the salmon avocado. We ate it like in 4 minutes. Updog had the beers on the table, and then right to the DJ booth at Bottle Blonde. I mean, it was like the quickest thing I've ever seen. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, holy fuck, who is this guy? He played 12 minutes tonight, but he's the biggest rock star on the team. This is fucking Mick Jagger over here. Who are we dealing with? It was unbelievable.
You said he comes in, he's peacocking.
Oh, he's coming in like this.
12 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
That was a special night. It was our boy Bob Tuzo.
Yes.
It was Robert Bertuzzo's birthday. It might have been his 30th birthday.
Yep.
No. We're aging him. He's still young.
It might have been his 30th birthday.
No, it was a special one, though. And I remember I had the fucking Bertuzzo heads already cut out, the cardboard heads for all the waitresses that had them. Bertuzzo birthday. And I made sure that the thing about hockey is when you leave a game, you have between that time you take your fucking gear off until the last call in the club.
Right.
And when you have to travel from Glendale here in Scottsdale all the way into Old Town, it needs to be, time is of the essence.
Got to be crispy, Rob.
So I had you're right, sushi all laid out. Boys, don't eat much because we're going to be fucking rolling around fucking Bottle Blonde here shortly. So let's just get in there. I had the table packed, stockpiled, mind you, not with booze.
You had the pond already stocked when we got there, too. Oh, my. Speaking of Bottle Blonde.
I learned that at a young age. Me and Obes, we did. And that's why our summers, the Three Horsemen, me, him, and Loops, whether it's in Hollywood or we're going to Lollapalooza or we're fucking taking a crew to Bonnaroo, we just knew how to do it.
Yep.
And then in the season, you only have a certain amount of green lights.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be known as the guy that's going out on, like, yellow or red lights.
Right,
you know? But so fucking, I'm glad you remember that because now the young kids out there listening to this are going to be like, oh, that's what the green light. That's what you got to do with green light.
And that's smart about you, Updog. Like there isn't many green lights, and when they are, the coaches should embrace it. Because if you would have given me that green light during the season, then I wouldn't have taken advantage of that yellow flashing one.
Yep.
But if you don't give me my green when it's go time, then I'm going to take advantage of that flashing because you're not giving me my chance to let go.
Yeah.
So that's a good point by him. Coaches, when it's a green light, and especially when you win, let the boys go. Don't even hold back. Get out there and have a time.
Yeah, Updog was always a give me the green or I'm running the red type of
guy.
Yeah.
No, I know.
But that was
kind of I didn't want to see how you're right about that.
Totally. And I did run a few reds.
Yeah, you did. But that night too, you're like, all right, I'm gonna go baback to the hotel. You're like, nah, fella, I got the players suite at the W. We're going back here to keep this thing going. It was unbelievable.
So that was my go-to move.
Yeah.
I always, you stay in so many shitty hotels, and then you stay in way more shitty ones than you do good ones. I always made sure that if I knew I was in a shitty one, I would have a great room at the good one because that's where the after party would be. There's no one coming in late night. You can kind of do what you want to do. And
there's people coming in late night, but the people you want.
Just no GMs or media.
The people you want.
There's no Hitchcock walking through the door. Yeah.
Well, you were NHL to a T.
Yeah,
you really were.
There's no one more nationally than the Updog.
All time.
Let's not get on the Updog because this whole podcast will be about him.
Yeah.
Before we get back into what you guys are doing, you're killing it. Let's talk about a guy who meant a lot to me and that you just told me before he came on. Troy G. Ward.
Yep.
Just to give you the background, I went down after 10 years in the show. Bob Hartley, he took the love of the game right away from me, boys. And I went down to Abbotsford, and Troy G. Ward was a coach.
Yep.
And he made the game fun for me again. And I love Wardo. I was talking to him recently, so he means a lot to you as well.
Yeah, Wardo is a guy dating back to Obes, I would say, the age of 8 to 20. He was really big, involved in my game, and even my brother's game. He was a guy that when he was coaching at the University of Wisconsin, even when he would come back when he was coaching pro, we'd skate every morning with Wardo, 2-3 times a week at 5 a.m. And he would purposely have, I just remember with Wardo, he would never have the Zamboni guy dust off a fresh sheet. He'd be like, boys, if you can't play on a dirty sheet, your fucking mitts don't deserve the National League. And he was always around guys like Kovalev and those Pittsburgh teams with, Scotty Bowman, all those guys he grew up around, really good players with Yager, so he brought all those skills to us at a young age. And I just remember Wardo, like, if you can't catch a backhand pass, you're never going to play in the National League.
I just broke
You know what I
that
mean?
down.
Like, you got to have a heavy fucking bottom hand and all these cool
He
little
loves
things.
that heavy bottom hand. Toe caps. You ever say toe caps?
Yeah.
Toe caps. So toe caps.
Toe
Toe caps.
cap.
I'm like, fuck, what are you
And what do you ever tell you, like,
hips don't move.
eyeballs and assholes.
Oh,
if you
yeah.
see eyeballs, slow down.
Yeah.
Blow some snow. If you see assholes, fucking run that guy through the wall.
Yeah.
That's so one of the things he would teach me about defense.
So
but
true, dude.
he was a guy that even when I was playing up until a year year ago, Obes, I would go to his place just on the other side of Minnesota. I'm from Wisconsin, and we would watch film in his man cave. And he's a guy that, probably the biggest influence on my hockey career, and I stay close to that guy because he's all time.
That's awesome. And I hated watching film unless with Wardo. Wardo made it fun.
Yep.
I liked Wardo right when I met him. First couple practices, he's like, I like when you go to your backhand. I said, what? I've been 10 years, no one told me that. He said, you like when I go to my backhand? He's like, yeah, you got to go to your backhand. I'm like, you're my type of coach, buddy. Here, let's get her going.
You're like me, Obes. You don't like video because it's always about you.
So then I went to play for Wardo in Austria. And when I got to the rink, boys, before I'd even go in and see the boys, I go right into Wardo's coach's room, sit in there with him and catch up with them and then go meet the boys. So he's a beauty. He's doing well now. He's at Minnesota State. So I'll tell him you said what's up. But
friend of the show.
Back to you two beauties. How did you guys meet? How did this all come together? Like, was it? You just said you retired a year ago?
Yep. Yeah, last year. I played in Switzerland last year.
Okay.
So, this is my first year
done.
done.
Did you get a Spangy in there?
No, I'm a U.S. guy.
I know, but did they not pick you up?
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. No, I was
because the Swiss teams can pick up a couple.
Yeah, they
guys.
can. Yeah. I took my bender and just kind of hung out.
Yeah, smart.
Nice. What'd you do?
Not that much fun.
Let me ask you, while we're on it in Switzerland, what'd you do on on those 2 breaks?
Well, the over Christmas, Updog, my parents and my sister came over. We took the high-speed rail right in because I was playing in Cloton, just outside of Zurich, 10 minutes outside the city, and we took the high-speed train over to Paris, and it was unbelievable. We did like 5 or 6 days there, but my getaway spot, just in case I wanted to go for a solo mission or go post up somewhere, I would go full Clooney. I'd go down to Lake Como. It's about a 2-hour train. Or I would go into the capital, the fashion capital. The fashion capital of the world in Milan. And I did a couple solo missions there. Went to San Siros, watched a couple football games, soccer games over there. So what a city that is, boys. Talking about trim, oh my God.
Buddy.
Get over there if you can, if you're unrestricted, folks.
Go see the Domo there?
Yeah. Go see whatever.
Buddy,
go see a set, whatever it is.
Talking about solo mission. That's a good place. I could have used you there when I was
you could have. Yeah, foxhole guy.
You need a guy.
Right? Yeah,
you need a guy.
Did
you have a guy?
No, I didn't. So that's why I was going solo, because I didn't have a guy that could play at my pace. That's no disrespect, but I had to take matters in my own hands and play my own game, which is up the wall.
Okay, so getting
nothing
back,
wrong,
rewinding to the whole thing before we got off topic. You two,
yes.
Absolute beauties. Is Scottsdale big enough for the two of you?
Yeah, you like to think.
We're going to find out.
You like to think, but no, I think the reason why we ultimately met, I used to DM this guy back in the day when I was playing junior, and Heat Daddy, you can attest to this. This was kind of when you were getting that account going in terms of the Heat Daddy and what it is now, but dating back to like 2010, 2011, I just thought this guy's tweets were fucking hilarious, and we would kind of go back and forth. We had never really met each other, and then I moved down here in 2019, and that's really when we started kind of maybe seeing each other out. But really, when we took this thing to a next level was kind of probably this summer. We're like, let's just fucking go Manning cast from the couch and see where this thing goes.
I had famously had under a 1 GPA at Arizona State for a little while. It was a .92. So my resume is not great. I pretty much had my back's against the wall. I had to take whatever I'm doing to the next level. And you're kind of in the same lane in the hockey space. So I think we actually met at Boondocks.
Yeah, we met at Boondocks. Doing Jaeger till failure.
Yep. Yeah. Trying to Jaeger. Like I don't know if you guys know, but no disrespect, but people don't want to drink you. I keep drinking it. Like I'm keeping it alive here. Like email me. I'm cheap.
We got a hookup for Jaeger.
We got a guy.
We might be able to help you out with that. We're about to do a little thing with Jaeger. They want to do some.
We'll bring you guys in. We'll bring you in. You'll be part of it.
For that.
Yeah.
Sweet. 100%. All right. So I think it was at Boondocks, and then we started we had the same vision, so to just have fun with this shit. And at the same time, he has the hockey credential. He played in the league for a little bit, so it's like I have the the kind of autistic side of things, and I handle that. And
just bring.
I love what you guys are doing.
Yeah,
I love
just bring like an X-rated kind of uncut but real approach to the game, and I think there's a space for that. So we've been rolling for it.
And I love the reps you guys are getting in.
Yes,
you guys are doing
exactly.
it all, and that's what you got to keep doing, and that's how you're going to continue to grow like you are. But the hockey night in Scottsdale, when you guys are sitting front row and you got the Tide fucking NASCAR jacket on, and you got your first of all.
How do they let you in?
Who's miking you up? Who's miking you up? Where's the camera? What can you tell us the secret? What's going on there?
Yeah, so Heat Daddy, this is kind of his in there. Shout out to a guy named Graham with the Coyotes, is a beauty. But he basically is like, we have this organization. We probably have a lot of negative heat on us, but how can we spice up the game, probably do something that no other team in the league is doing, and bring on a guy like this? This is probably the only team right now that would probably bring on a guy like Heat Daddy.
The Kings shut me down big time.
Right. So
I can tell you when it started.
The playoffs.
Yeah, that's why.
It started about sorry, boys. It started about 2007 when they let a guy named Paul Bissonnette start tweeting and doing the shit he was doing here in Phoenix. And the only reason they let him do it was because no one was coming to our games.
Right.
And he would fucking start chirping guys, and we know Biz now as the ultimate master of his trade.
Yeah.
He's the OG. But when I was playing with him here, we would come into the rink sometimes, and Doan would look at him and be like, did you really like say this shit to some fan in Biz would be like, yeah, fuck that guy, you know? and then Tippett would be like, I can't say anything to him. I think the ownership likes it because it's actually bringing people to the games.
Right.
Yeah.
Now,
and he's not playing anyways.
He's not playing.
You guys worry about the fucking breakout. Don't know what Biz is tweeting about. He's not playing.
But if Biz had to play in any other city, if he was still in Pittsburgh, he would not have been able to be Biz Nasty.
No.
And unfortunately, our fucking game needs Biz Nasty. We need the Heat Daddy. We need fucking the porn star.
You need Jay
How do you
Swish.
get the cum stains out of this thing?
That thing's fucking
This
buttery.
is
So you got to gear down before you do. You know, take the get off.
Biz is the first guy I ever fought. He's the reason I got Twitter, actually, because I heard about it. Like, I was playing a very horrific level of junior hockey. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was pay to play. Put it all on credit. But, yeah, he was one of the first guys that kind of, like, opened my eyes to, like, oh, shit, this guy plays. He's hilarious. Speaking of, like, the helmet and stuff, I actually walked into the owner's suite of the Coyotes, and I ran into, I think, Mr. Gutierrez, and I had a helmet on. And I was like, oh, shit, like, they're going to be rad. I was like, who's this fucking asshole? But, no, they accepted it, and they were cool about it. They're all about the content on with us. So that was cool. I thought I was going to get, like, thrown out. But yeah.
How funny was it when we were going to get – you were kind of like gearing up for our little mic'd up session, and we peel out of the suite. I got a wig on, a NASCAR jacket. First guy I see, Brad Richardson, scout. I go, Richie, babe, how we doing, baby? He goes, what the fuck? I go, fella, just playing a character, baby.
Yeah, no, it's a great character, and it's pure gold content. But I was like, who's filming them? Who's got them wired up? And then, how many days are you going to? I know you like the boots on the ground, as he says, at the Mullett. But how many games are you trying to do? All the Coyotes home games, or whenever you can fit it in, or?
Yeah, so I think right now we're going to do a couple more mic'd up series, but actually we're in the talks right now of doing like a Manning cast with them. So it's similar to like Hockey Night in Scottsdale from our couch, but actually at the game. So you can have us on the screen as well as the game. So we're working on like the TV rights and different things like that. I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying this, but we're going with it.
Who gives a fuck?
Who gives a fuck? And that's what we're doing. So, Obes, I think our first game is going to be on the 21st against the Maple Leafs. So we're going to be mic'd up, doing different things. I think we'll probably do the first period up top at like the panel, commentate similar to what we do on the couch, and then probably the second period will be on the glass, you know, a little bit of a different look.
I like when you're on the glass.
And then third, we'll go up again and interview guys, bullshit, you know, just, you know, keep it between the lines.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's what makes you guys good, is you're you. And we need more guys in the game that be themselves. If I got to listen to these guys in Canada anymore talking and the same answers, I'm going to, I don't watch it anymore. I turn it off.
Right. What's Mullett Arena like? We still haven't been in there.
Yeah, we haven't.
Actually, that's hilarious. I think, like, for the fans, it's actually unbelievable viewing experience. You can't see NHL hockey that up and close. Obviously, they need a new building. I think anyone that thinks the organization should move out of here is an idiot. They're just not familiar with the town. From a fan standpoint, great to watch. I think they need a new building. That's what I think.
Yeah, I mean,
they need a barn.
There's no bad seat in there, boys. I mean, it's the iconic Mullett Arena. It's like watching your favorite band at, the local Howl at the Moon bar. So it's pretty cool, but they are definitely like a Spirit Airline, seat in there. It's tight, Obes.
It's tight,
fella.
It's not like the MGM suite at the old T-Mobile or Tom Riley, where I got two different suites. I got burgers, I got food, I got everything I need there.
No, you're not sitting at the cabana.
Yeah, unless there's some ASU seniors there, I don't mind if it's tight. Other than that, like, need a little bit more space.
So you guys both single, or what are we rolling with? You guys got girlfriends?
Yeah, free agent.
Yeah, I'm unrestricted. Yeah.
So if we want to throw a party here this weekend, you guys are our go-to guys, right?
Yeah, I got broken up with over the phone recently. I don't know why. I'm a huge beauty. I can't imagine why anyone would break up with me.
Let me just. I got a beautiful girlfriend that I'm very lucky to have, Mac Miller, and he's married with beautiful kids. But boys, enjoy and being single and being boys and doing this stuff together. Like that's what it's all about. Because, like Uppy said, me, him, and Loops in the NHL, we were very lucky. But to do it with each other, in the off seasons, being able to chase it, being single. So
it's fun, man. Go on the road.
Don't get roped in. Eh?
No. Go on the road. Just take a Z-Pack with us and just go from there.
Yeah, one or two. Yeah, get that thing in the toiletry kit just in case.
Quick oil change. We used to have to get that.
Yeah. Your buddy's like, hey, can I use that? You're like, absolutely not. No.
I need that.
I need that. Right.
Who's your Z-Pack guy?
Right. You got a guy? You got a Z-Pack guy?
Right to Jiffy Lube, boys.
So, boys, like I said, I'm a huge fan. I got another little skit that you guys do, or bit, or whatever you want. Dick's Sporting Goods.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, I mean, these people that work there must be like, but how do these Dick's Sporting Goods things, and parlayed into the batting cages, that whole segment was unbelievable. How did this come about, fellas? How did this come about?
I mean, honestly, Obes, we were sitting at Moxie's one day, which Moxie's now down here. Shout out to Moxie's. Actually, some pretty good trim there.
Yeah, I bet.
But Moxie's sitting there one day. We were having Irish coffee, sitting around, hanging out. We're like, what the fuck should we do? It's a Sunday. do we want to go into Old Town? Not really. Like, let's go to the batting cages. Okay, so we find a batting cage nearby, and we're like, well, fuck. Those bats aren't going to be perfect, so we got to get some batting gloves on us. So we go over to Dick's Sporting Goods, which is in the same mall over at Fashion Square. And, fella, once you get in that batting section, I mean, you're fucking walking out with everything from double bubble to maybe a pair of pants to some Franklin mitts. You start swinging that Rollins bat.
You
got two bats over your head. You're fucking Mark McGuire walking into the on-deck circle, and you're half-cocked, getting to that batting cage. I mean, there's no better feeling.
I mean, we walked in, and there was a group of kids next to us. I mean, they were
choke and poke down the line.
I actually pulled a muscle in my back because he actually turned the setting up all the way and put it low and away, and I didn't know. I thought it was just the tequila. So I'm like swinging for this fucking thing. The kids next to us are mortified. Like we're just like
it was coming in like 90 miles an hour low and away.
Oh, good luck.
I didn't know he did that. So yeah, I don't think the management there. One guy was okay. The other guy was like, you guys.
How about the last time I was walking in with the Mullett wig? They literally thought it was a freak show, and I was walking over there. I was like, just let me get this bat. Let me feel it. Choke and poke, baby.
It's hilarious.
We actually ended up going back to Moxie's after that too, which is like all sweaty.
Well, the day-night doubleheader, right?
The old I'm just thinking if you're taking your kid into Dick's Sporting Goods to get some new baseball gear, you got these two beauties over there trying stuff out, filming it. They're probably like, what is going on here?
Middle-aged assholes.
So who do you guys have? This is personal, but do you guys have a couple buddies that film for you guys when you're doing you're like, hey, we got this. We're gonna go get drunk at Moxie's and then we're gonna go to Dick's and we need you.
You guys do
you got some local guys,
too, or who does all that for you?
We got this one guy. He shout out to Pack. He actually operates Secure Sneakers over there. He has a shoe store, great kid. He has a little bit of background in videographer. I don't know the fucking word, but he helps us out. He like, hey boys, you guys want to shoot anything? So we're kind of just winging it right now. We don't have anything permanent, but we're lucky enough to have nice guys like that to like give us their time, and that's just how we do it.
Yeah, because you guys are pumping out a lot of content, which I like.
They're sharpening the skates, boys. Without good sharpened skates, you go out there, you fucking fall all over the place.
So we're on the fella tour here, which Updog loves getting out on the road. I do like getting on the road as well. It hurts me a little bit, but another thing I like about you boys is you've been getting on the road. Yeah, right? We talked about Cowboys. New York City. You went to Due West, our boy Lupul spot.
Yeah,
how was it? Then you went to that Canuck bar. How was that as a little trip for the boys on the road? Great city. I used to have some nights there.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. The Due West, as you boys know, is a great spot. We started our night there, and then I think that night, we finished it maybe at the West Garden, the Garden of the West, as you know, right?
Well, hey,
get a full body release. I mean, I'm not perfect, nor are you, right?
I used to go there the next morning.
I'm like, come on.
I really like that place. Just there was two NFL guys in there that were just, and I'm hung like a light switch, so I was just like, oh man.
Hey, buddy, move down a bit, would you?
Slide over, fella.
I don't even want the shower lady to see it.
Come on.
You're fluffing it up.
Like I know this is pay to play. They're not there to get impressed, but Jesus, this guy, we got a nose tackle next to me. This guy,
You're like, where's the field goal kicker? Aren't you in the Pro Bowl?
We went to this new spot that was called Medusa. It was unbelievable. We struck out there, so we're like, fuck me. We're licking our wounds. We're like, what do we do? Well, go over to the Garden of the West and just get sawed off.
The show is good.
the old sawed off shot.
I'll tell you what, I've walked in there some days hungover. You walk out, you feel like a new man. Oh, you really do. You feel like a new man.
Oh, yeah, you do. I mean, it's a full body release.
Yeah.
I mean, next day we were absolutely snapping it over at the Canuck too. You talk about tape to tape.
That
they really,
oh, it's a great spot.
Good,
Learn a lot about you. It's a great spot.
Yeah, I've never been because I always go to Due West and get drunk at Luke's.
You should go there especially just to watch a game. It's great.
Yeah.
And
the memorabilia is awesome
Dennis
in there, right?
They got
great. Like it's all old school memorabilia.
They would love you boys.
Yeah, I would love to go there.
Yeah.
Great spot. Shout out to Dennis for having us too. The guy was unbelievable. Just gave anything we needed. Just boys have whatever set up wherever you want to set up. Good. Crowd was good, especially for Friday in New York City. Like people were just getting out of work, but people came. The show was unbelievable. It's I keep saying it, but I don't know how else to describe it. But yeah, it was good.
What about Cobble? Have your boys ever done Cobble? You seem like Cobble. It's one of the.
You know what? I've never done it, man. I've never done it.
Get down on the
I've never done it. Yeah, I don't know why, but I've never been, man.
Yeah, it's all right there. It's all right there. All the bars are right there. It's a good spot.
I was always
fitting well.
Yeah. I was always a Miami guy when I would go for a break. So I don't know. I got to get maybe the other coast.
See, I was the other way. I never went to Miami. I went to Miami once.
Okay.
Let me ask you this, Schmaltz. What's the little bro think of this new character and the new, your post-hockey career?
I think I've always had it in me.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
know.
In terms of
you were a little quiet though when you were.
I was because that place was run like a fucking old school country club. You know what I mean? I was scared to say anything. Except for you, but I always had that in me, Updog. Whatever level I played, I wasn't a good enough player to kind of bring it out to me at the NHL level.
Yeah.
So. I could always do it, whether it was college or the AHL or even just growing up. So I think he's always been around me, and I've always kind of been that center of attention in the locker room, snapping it around. So I think he just laughs, man. It's if anything, he likes it, and he just knows that's who I am, brother.
What do you think of their team? I like their team. I mean, I don't know if they're going to get in this year. I hope they do, but I like their squad. Obviously, Clayton Keller, we all love. Lawson Krause, I love.
Right.
The big Tuno O'Brien, I love the way that guy plays. But they're coming, man. They're coming along nicely.
I think they're coming, Obes.
And your brother's a sniper, man.
Yeah, and Kells is good. And there's Hayden. I think they have some good young pieces. But at the end of the day, I mean, I love the team. This is no disrespect when you're shopping a little bit at the Nordstrom rack in terms of they've only used about $53 million of actual $82 million in their actual cap, with a lot of money buried on LTIR. So if they can get that thing with some legitimate players, I mean, $30 million, dude. You can get two legit players.
Are they still playing Pronger too?
Kessler,
Kessler, Boley.
Get that Souk over here.
Voracek too. They're paying all these guys. So I think if they can use that money for actual roster dollars, I mean, they could be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know their coach personally, but he seems to push all the right buttons for these guys. Yeah. Like we said, they need a new barn, but I'm pulling for them. Yeah, I hope they get in there.
I just want to say also the guys on the team, they have such good attitudes about the rink too. Yeah. Like not one, even off the record, like kind of expect maybe they're like, fuck this shit, but they're just saying, hey, it is what it is right now. Like we're gonna make the best of it, and that's what they're doing. So
they don't have to live in Winnipeg.
It is.
It's a good question for the Updog, because I would come in and play in Glendale, and it was 2-point night. We'd come in, get our points, and leave. But like, what's better, like playing in an empty barn, or would you rather have played in a smaller barn? Like, because some nights at Glendale was a snooze fest.
To touch on what you just said, Heat Daddy, it's more the opposition kind of coming in. Although they shouldn't give a fuck either, because they don't have to stay in Glendale. So the question is there a vision in the near term to fix this problem? And if the answer isn't no, then they need to consider an alternate. But the fact is, the truth of the matter is, asking any player, we want to continue to have a team in Scottsdale, because
for sure
a playoff run here would crush it. Look at Vegas. Look at Florida. But living here in the wintertime, people still come back here. You have, the Dones, Whitney, Taylor Pyatt, you have a bunch of guys. Biz still lives here. This place is great. It's a growing, inspiring city. Look at this Waste Management Open. It's fucking bonkers. You got the car shows. You got Super Bowls. You got fucking everything.
I think Biz finally bought a house, Finally. I think I talked to him. He's finally bought a house.
He bought a house. Yeah, it's not done yet, but he dusted it off. He dusted off the Amex.
He's making 5 bananas a year. He should dust that.
5 and a hook.
5 and a hook.
5 and a hook.
Biz nasty. Let's talk All-Star Weekend, fellas. How was it? The big smoke of Toronto. Thanks for coming to the Shaker, by the way. I was pretty tuned up but I remember seeing you boys.
Thanks.
How was your trip up there?
It was great. I mean, I think
he goes, we like every other trip, buddy? You got pinned. We were pinned, buddy?
I had one or two.
Yeah, we were trying to line up a little bit of a live show, maybe at Parlor, and that kind of fell through. We're like, you know what? We're probably not big enough at this time anyways, and there's a lot of just outside attention, and we shouldn't be the main focus as is right now. So we kind of axed that, and we were just like, fuck it. We'll go boots on the ground.
Yeah.
We'll see where this goes. And, yeah, we had a great time. I think more so just rubbing shoulders with people, Obes, as you know, having a couple cocktails, talking to people. Thank you, beauties, for letting us come to your party. I mean, I got to meet one of my childhood idols in Steve Levy. He was over there, and what a great guy, man. I mean, just talking to him for even 90 seconds or whatever it was, you could tell he was good people, and so it was fun, and we got fucking drunk too.
Leave still had the suit on, tie almost done.
Half windy.
I said, fella, we're on the camera. You can tear down a button. He's like, I'm okay here. I'm okay here. But a legend. I mean, he's been so good to us. He's a legend.
Yeah.
Best was there. He's a legend.
Yeah, I mean, we had to stop into Marble too, right? See Peter Gerdes.
Oh yeah.
I mean, my God, man, it's like every other minute he's bringing a Peter bomb. It's like, fella, I can't even fucking see right now.
Peter bombs are out of control.
Holy shit.
He's out of control.
Oh my God.
He likes to get on the mic, eh?
He doesn't hate it, fella. He doesn't hate it.
I know,
he doesn't hate it.
No. I was in there for maybe half hour before we went to another bar, and anyway, I must have heard him on there 4 or 5 times.
Yep.
Well. The boys are back. The boys are back. Welcome to Marble. I'm like, holy fuck.
Dude, when I met Gerdes in Vancouver, I got traded there from Tampa, and I was down in Yellowtown, didn't know anybody. I was going with Alex Edler until Mike Gillis scared him into getting a girlfriend. And Peter Gerdes comes up to me, and he's like, hey, bro, I'm the key to the city. I'm like, yeah, all right, but it's like my 3rd year in the league. I'm like, okay, sure enough. 10 days later, I bump into him. I'm like, okay, fella, you were right. Where are we going tonight? But in all seriousness, boys, he was fighting with his uncle at the time with the bar Global, it was called. And he had no money. He opened up a place called 100 Nights. He was fucking strapped, man. Like, to see where he's come, it's pretty impressive, because there was a couple touch-and-go moments there in Vancouver. Mm-hmm. I was like, fella, your credit card hasn't worked in a month.
How you doing?
I threw my rookie. He's doing great now. He's flying off first class.
I threw probably 4 rookie parties there, but the one time you were there, I'm like, all right, give me, I'm going to give you my credit card, the fine fund. I'm going to come fucking keep control of this thing, though, right?
Yep.
And sure as shit, it's fucking 1:30 in the morning. He keeps the place open till 4. But I grab this thing. I'm like, give me an update. And he's like, this is the number. I go, what? Let me see that receipt. And I start pulling out this receipt. I start pulling out this receipt. I'm like, are you fucking nuts?
You handed it to me. You're like, oh, take a look at this. I said, we'll worry about that tomorrow. It's
like the scroll. I'm like,
Kurt, just get that out of here. We'll
get that out of here, buddy.
Fella. What's this girl's name here?
I can see that on my Amex already, buddy. I got the notification.
You know where we live, bud. We're not going anywhere.
Oh, shit.
I knew that was my last rookie party. I only got called up twice that year, a little cup of coffee, as you would say. And I got the swing through Eastern Ontario, Toronto, Montreal, which is nice. And then I got the Western swing with the rookie party. And, boys, we were tying our skates the next day in the dressing room. And I go to Up. I'm like, hey, fuck, boys, who do you think the drunkest guy at the party was? And Up, he's like, O'Brien.
Well, he was.
I was a lot lighter than I was dancing on the bar. I got Luongo with me. I had a couple of I left a little earlier than I wanted to, but I had to take care of a little business. I love the boys until. I love the boys until.
Slide out the old Daryl side door.
Yeah, see you, Up. Where you go? I go, fella, see you tomorrow.
Yeah,
good effort, bud. Tell me what I owe.
Yeah. Do you guys get out on the ice here? You guys snap it around? Or are you snapping around? Were you playing the ice stand?
We did that. I haven't played at all. I haven't been on the ice in probably almost a year now. I mean, we did that one content piece for the Coyotes when you got in goal, and I was shooting on you a little bit. But no, I haven't been out there. I know guys like Jason Demers and some of these beauties, they skate. But no, Updog, honestly, if I'm getting out there, it's probably on the hardwood. I got my Rasheed Wallace Air Force Ones on right now. I'm a mid-range specialist over here, folks. So, yeah, I'm more of a basketball guy.
You do like the association. I noticed you do like the association.
I love it.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you.
Let me ask you about that.
There's no better league.
They don't play hard. Do you think they play hard?
Why would you when you're making 60?
Yeah, that's true. I would.
I'd take a day off.
I'd take load management too.
If your coach or your GM saying nothing to you, why not? The players run the league.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the best product it could be now, but from a player's standpoint, I mean, how do you hate those fits walking in and you're feeling just money?
Yeah, no, they're marketing geniuses.
Yeah, they are. And those guys, they run the league. And I don't think hockey should go full to that, but maybe take a little page out of it, right?
When Daniel Sprong allegedly, I don't know the whole story, but he hit that guy in the face, I was like, good. That's good for the league. I mean, we need a guy that's down to fucking just sucker someone.
All press is good press.
Not, I don't want to see a guy get hurt and suckered, but who knows what happened. There was a little dust-up with a NASCAR guy. I think it's a good storyline for the NHL. And then, now he's playing hard in Detroit, right?
Yeah, he's playing good in Detroit.
So yeah, I think the NHL, like you said, Swish, don't go full NBA.
Yep.
But a little bit of, excitement doesn't hurt.
Just maybe take the forward out of the book, right?
We need to get this. Me and Uppy, we're trying to get the salary cap gone, too. Let's get a luxury tax in there so we can get rid of the salary cap. And
have the owners teams, just start throwing around
the rich teams can be the best teams they want. Like the Toronto Maple Leafs right now, they would probably have a Stanley Cup because they wouldn't be on the cap so much.
The Oilers would, too.
And then the owner's got to pay a little luxury tax, like the association, fella?
The association, baby.
I love that. I think that's the way to go. But
listen, the best seat in sports is sitting on the floor for an NBA game.
Unbelievable.
You're bringing boxing, front row boxing.
You think it's better than the wood when you're bringing the tweezers to the game, just in case you get a splinter?
I don't know.
I mean, come on. You're sitting there. You're like, fuck, fella. This is pretty mint.
I went to Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia, and I had a lot of celebs around.
Okay.
I was like, this is not
right.
bad.
I've never done that, so yeah.
But no, the NBA, when you send the hardwood, you get appreciation for how big they are, how athletic they are, and stuff like that.
Yep.
Boys, I want to ask you this. Who in the NHL you guys think's doing the most fucking? Like, who is laying the hammer?
Matt Barzal, I'm going to say, is doing
who do you guys think? You guys got a good flavor. You got a good flavor for an
Zegras is getting trim in California for sure.
I saw Zegras' new girl. She is smoking.
Got to think Jack Hughes is doing
Jack Hughes is probably laying some pipe. I don't know. I mean, can a guy like 34, Austin Matthews, get away with it in Canada? I'm not sure. Maybe he's got to have a steady bullpen when he's in Canada, but maybe he gets on the road. I don't know. Maybe a guy like Willie Stiles, he's got to be thumping a little bit. He's a friend of the program.
Yeah.
So,
boys, last but not least, talk about this little weekend we got here, the Wasted Management Open, as you boys like to call it. We like to call it that as well. Those T-shirts you got are buttery.
Yeah, I brought you some Gitch over there.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
but this has got to be. This is what a week.
Yeah.
This is always the highlight of us coming here this week.
Yeah, I mean, what a great city to do it in too, right? I mean, I can't imagine. We were just talking about this earlier. The golfers that I know they got a job to do, and they're playing for money and all that shit. But you gotta love coming here and playing in front of a stadium. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's just everyone walking around the sportsbook here, and it feels like every year you come here, there's something new, there's something better. It's only getting better. What an event! I mean, what day is Tuesday right now?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Pace
buzzing
yourself.
already. But yeah, it's such a great event. If you've never been here, get down here. It's all week long. I don't know.
You boys live right around here, right? You guys are
I'm literally a stone's throw away. I'm a DeChambeau sawed-off cut away, so I'm in the neighborhood.
Trusted, man.
Hey, trusted. Hey, lean into it, fella.
Especially just like I don't know how many people know this. Just if you've never been here, you don't know this. The tents, there's party tents on the fucking course. It's
that greenskeeper, you don't see a fucking shot of golf down there, but there's chicks, ASU girls everywhere.
High heels and everything, Obes. It's
Yeah,
crop tops and high heels.
Hey, is there lots of college chicks that come to the Mullett for the games or not really? Or I guess my question is, how are the ASU Sun Devil games? Are they fun to go to at the Mullett? Or?
Yeah, definitely.
More
They're
students?
good. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit of a younger crowd. But yeah, it's
Get myself in trouble here, eh? Fucking
yeah, no, it's all.
Get myself in trouble here. Get myself in trouble here, man. 10 will get you 20, Ohms, eh? 10 will get you 20.
I wonder if there's an over/under on streakers this week here. Remember that dude?
That guy, I saw. He made it from 16 all the way to 18.
Yeah, and then he hung out on the
WM out in the.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, what a guy! What a haircut.
Yeah.
I didn't see his wrench, but
I was just gonna say, do you take a
Well,
Cialis before you do that?
it couldn't have been a big wrench because he had the G-string on. He needed to take a page out of your book with the velvet pants. and a little bit, maybe a half gummy, just to keep some blood flow there. But you couldn't see much of the wrench. And you think you would.
Program, baby.
I wonder what kind of drugs that guy was on.
Yeah, he was all goofed up on Mountain Dew.
Yeah. I love the way I'm talking to you right now.
Liquid?
I love the way they're talking to you right now.
It's liquid Mountain Dew, probably. Eh?
Yeah.
He was on one.
On one.
Yeah.
But I think the cops don't even care, right? Because they're just
Do
like,
they throw him in the clink, or they just toss him out of here?
Oh, no, you got a mugshot. I saw his mugshot.
You got a night.
Mugshot
night.
They bring him to Tent City. Tent City's where you go. You guys ever been in Tent City here?
No, I've been to jail here, but not. Actually, quick story. I actually threw up outside of Whiskey Row on Mill, and I got accused of pissing. And then I was like in handcuffs, and I go, dude, I pissed on the ground. Or I threw up on the ground. Sorry, I actually didn't. I go, it's Red Bull and Jägermeister on the ground. They're like, all right, we're going to go over there. If it's urine, you're going to jail. And then they sat me up, and they're like, yeah, you're just going anyway. So I got sent there.
Spend the night?
Yeah. I thought I was going to drunk take. I actually went to real jail, dude. I was fucking nervous. I was like biting a hole through my sweatshirt, sitting on the ground, and I got moved out at like 5 in the morning. You get one phone call. Dude, I had my hands to my waist and my feet, too. Everything. Like I fucking just murdered somebody. And I get one phone call. I call my mom. Her phone didn't collect calls. So I'm like, can I get another one? They're like, no. So then I just had to go back to the cell and wait to plead to the judge. So, yeah, that was really good. I get my hood points up a little bit.
How many nights were you in there?
It was like around like 30-something hours. So it wasn't that bad.
So you got to see the judge pretty quickly.
Yeah, I got it was around noon or 1 o'clock. So just
good street cred coming out of there, though.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, every time. Yeah, I do like to brag about that. Just a little bit. But around here, though, they do. It's accepted.
Get your own cellar, or you have to keep your head on a swivel while you're in there?
I kept my head on a swivel until like 4 in the morning, and then they move you out to a cellmate. The guy was great. I saw him right away. He was wearing like an untucked shirt, so I'm like, all right, this guy's put together a little bit, so I wasn't too nervous. But
he's in here for a domestic. He's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Remember this old lady got a tilt, the shirt, she wanted him to tuck it in, he didn't tuck it. Fuck, he's in one.
So, but outside the tournament here, it's like widely accepted to act like a douchebag, which is cool. I mean, when guys hit hole-in-ones, 2 years ago, a guy hit a hole-in-one, I think maybe last year, and everyone's throwing shit on the course. So they're pretty lenient, which is awesome.
Oh, they're super. You'll never see more drunker people than here.
Yeah.
I've been to Coachella, Bonnaroo with this guy. Anywhere, you'll see the drunkest people coming out here.
It's great, yeah.
And the cops are like, just go ahead, boys. Keep on going. Just get the fuck out of here.
Just don't try to grab their gun. Other than that,
don't do that. Yeah.
Boys, I could do this all day with you. We love you, boys. Let's have a couple here over the next couple days. I'm going to take it easy tonight. It's Tuesday.
Yeah, I like that.
But starting tomorrow afternoon, full throttle.
And without saying, feel free to call us in your live show.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, keep doing what you're doing.
When you guys do this hit for the Leafs game, what date is it? Whenever it is?
It's the 21st
of February.
Yeah, February 21st.
Well, if we launch this before then, you call us in. Me and Oak will jump on with you guys.
Okay, perfect.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, this was awesome.
Appreciate you, boys. Keep up the good work.
My man.